Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching PowerDrift. We are at Michelin Motorshow updates, bringing you all the action from the world of motoring from beautiful Paris. And the next car we're going to be talking about is the Audi SQ2. What is the SQ2 all about?
So basically the Audi Q2 is the newest Audi among the SUV range of Audis, and obviously it stole the thunder of the Audi Q3, but the new Q3 should address that situation, well, hopefully. But obviously then the Q2 then spiced things up a bit and then came in with the S badge, so that's the SQ2.
Right, so the SQ2 is essentially the hot version of the Q2, making it faster, performance oriented, and we're going to get into those bits in just a bit. But starting things off is the design. Now, to differentiate itself from the standard models, this is what the Q2 gets. It gets an all gloss black single frame grille. It gets a front splitter, which I think is very interesting on a car like this. It also gets Quattro lettering on the doors because it essentially has the Quattro system underneath, and wheels up to 19 inches, and possibly my favorite feature of all, quad tailpipes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think, of course, the quad tailpipes is a cool party trick. But for those of you who didn't understand anything he just said, the Audi Q2 is basically when you're sitting at home in your maybe favorite t-shirt, your shorts, your slippers, and then one day you have to go out to meet your friends, and then you become the Audi SQ2. So you wear your better shoes, you wear your jeans, you wear a better shirt, and then of course eventually you'll want to be the RSQ2. And the RSQ2 is when you really spice things up because you're going out to impress. Now,
spoiler alert, that was supposed to be our last point we were going to talk about.
Just saying.
But fair enough. Now, coming to the interiors, now because this is essentially a fast car, they've given it quite sporty interiors. As you can see, it's got Alcantara bits all around. It's got this nice red stitching. And also what Audi has done that's very interesting now is you can get the virtual cockpit in pretty much any model, right from the baby A1 right up to the big Q8s and the Q7s. So this also gets the virtual cockpit as well, and a very interesting interior, don't you think?
They have again maintained the same design concept overall with the AC vents. You know, it's very similar to the TT in many ways. I think the interior, just looking at it.
It's powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol that produces 296 bhp, similar to what's available in the Golf R, but it comes with the Quattro system, which means a big competent package with the all-wheel drive system, which means that this little pocket rocket can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds. This is an SUV, folks. We're talking about a 600-liter boot. It's got all the practicality in the world. It's got a lot of space in the back for your family as well, and a sub 5-second 100 time. If you look at the facts and figures, it's very similar to the Golf R and the Audi TT. But do you really think that a car like this makes sense?
It's the right size. It's not too big. It's not too small like a hatch. You got space in the boot. You got space in the back. You can put your family in. You can put your friends in.
Coming into the driving dynamics a bit, so the suspension is lowered by 20 millimeters, so it sits low to the ground. It's got a front splitter, which I find very interesting, maybe a little excessive.
Bit aesthetic, yeah, for sure.
Bit aesthetic. It comes with the dual clutch transmission as well, and the Quattro system, which Audi say can also send power just to the rear wheels. I can imagine this would be one really exciting package to drive, don't you think? But could there be an RS Q2?
Why not?
So, okay, so for the audience who may not know, what's the difference between S and RS?
So basically, when it goes from having no S to S, then it just gets a bit sportier, your engine gets a bit more powerful, the suspension gets a bit stiffer and lowered, like you said, the transmission is faster, everything is just a bit more sporty. And then when you go to RS, you take it one more step ahead. Even faster, probably a bigger engine, but now Audi is not really doing that very much, sticking to the same engine size, still producing more power out of the engine.
We can expect the SQ2 to be launched sometime next year, along with 11 other models that Audi is going to introduce in the year 2019. So a lot of action from that front. And we also have another very interesting Audi that we're going to be talking about a little later. So make sure you stay tuned to our coverage of the Paris Motor Show. Thank you once again to Michelin for making all this possible. A lot more content coming your way from this awesome guy right here. We'll sign out for now and catch you in just a bit.